What's going on, people? Welcome to another Weekend Freight. We're going to call this Freight Finder 2019. And let's get it to focus. There you go. Yeah, we're going to call this the Freight Finder 2019. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go around the country and I'm going to find the freight and find out where I need to put my truck in and show you guys where you need to put your truck in this week. The markets are changing a little bit from what I'm gathering. So hopefully the trend stays trending and upticks a little bit. But if you like what I'm about to show you, check in the description. There's going to be a link where you can try this for free. And free is free, and don't haul cheap with this tool. No matter what lane you're in, whether you're familiar with it or not, you'll know what's up with the rates and you'll know what they're going for, because they show you the average. Okay, let's dive right in. Right here, if you look at this, it says in and out. Based on the dashboard loads right now, they got 2 loads going in to 0 loads coming out. What you want is this number right here to be high. Like Alabama, for example, 166 going in, 169 or 159 coming out. It's kind of like that's not a great mark to go into. Arizona's even worse, 200 in, 94 out. It's not good. So I'm gonna browse through here and see if I can find a good offset where you need to think about. Iowa, good market, 188 going in, 512 coming out. That means for 188 loads, that's 188 trucks. For 511 loads, they needed 511 trucks. So that's the market you need to be in. Let's see, Idaho's pretty solid. Illinois is a little solid. Indiana's looking good. Kansas not so bad. Kentucky, yada yada yada. Anyway, you get the idea. So as again, this is Freight Finder 2019 and Weekend Freight. So let's dig in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And overlook my typing skills. But if you're new to the channel, I like to do a 120 mile radius. That way it gives you about a 2-hour window to go get the load. Today is the 18th, and just for it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to search today and tomorrow, and we're going to get the volume of freight. And looks like Atlanta for today, the remainder of the day, and tomorrow, 684 loads right here. And just if the net's kind of fast, we'll click on the offers and see who and what has some good rates or good offers. It looks like it's going to be slow. No, it's all right. So Makecents's got a load going up to Washington. They got it posted for $45.50. That's a Coyote Logistics load, 40,000 pounds. And on these loads right here, you can see you can click on them and highlight them. But over here, this right here is the tool that has made me beneficial. You can see the lane rate average. Right now, the lane rate average is $3,700 on this. They've got it posted. No, I'm on the wrong one. Come on, that's a Buford. The internet's slow. Anyway, you get the gist of it. I'll go and click back down here. The Buford to Reno has been going for about $3,700. That info and that information right there is comprised of a lot of brokers that participate with that board on the freight match, so they can get an average. So $3,700 has been the average on that. $3,500 is what they're offering for. So I would probably attack that load about 42 and work my way up from there. And that's Gateway Logistics. There's the number right there if you want to call them. That load is pick up for today. So there you go. All right, moving on. Let's go from Atlanta to Dallas. Check out that market. This is killing me. All right, 274 exact loads in the Dallas market. Let's go down to Houston, Texas. Check out that one. And a lot of people's always asking me, what do you use for Wi-Fi and whatnot out here on the road? And I use Verizon. I've got an iPad. I've got an iPhone. Both have data packages. Both have limits on the amount of time I can hotspot. But every now and again, I run into situations like today, and I don't have good signal from where I'm at. So I just gotta roll with the punches. So Houston is showing 314 exact loads. So Houston is, it's a little weak. Let's go over to Los Angeles, California. See what they got. 488 loads in the Cali area, or Los Angeles area, 120 mile radius. Let's go up to Tracy, Cal, and I'm gonna move this to 180 mile radius so we can pick up some Sacramento and the Bay Area at the same time and see what that market looks like. So if you're NorCal, the verdict is boom, got it. 249 exact loads in the NorCal area. Looking a little weak. Again, you don't want to be in California right now, so if you're going to California, be sure to try to book a load on the road before you get there. Let's check out Seattle, Washington. Drop this back down. Wow, 83 exact loads. So Seattle is, well, Seattle's hurting. Let's check out Portland. 139 exact loads in Portland. Let's come back east a little bit. Kansas City, Missouri. What you got? What you working with, Kansas City? 383 exact loads in the Kansas City area. Let's see if anybody's got any good offers on the table. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. $4,400 go up to Portland. Well, you know, Portland's kind of bare right now, but if you do go up there, you know, get your load for coming out before you get there. They're a little bit over market rate average, so that's looking promising, guys. Let's go to St. Louis. Sorry, I got my phone right here in the front of my screen. So I can't see. So St. Louis has got 536 loads in the area. It's getting a little stouter. Looking real good, looking real good. Let's go to Little Rock. I was just over in Little Rock area. I fared well pretty good, or I fared well coming out. Well, I was a little west of Little Rock, a few hundred miles, but still close enough. 218 loads in the Little Rock area. Weak, I say. Let's go to Nashville. $403 exact loads in the Nashville area. Let's go to Charlotte, North Carolina. 545 loads in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Ooh, let's see what's some offers close to Charlotte. Alberta, 4250. Southern Oregon, 4,000. Dixon, 4,000. Spokane, 3,500. So no. Okay, let's go up to Lexington, Kentucky. 611 loads in Lexington. Strong market in Kentucky. Let's go over to Richmond, Virginia. Where you at? There you are. 987 loads in the Richmond, Virginia area. Solid. Let's go up to Allentown. I can't seem to get my fingers to work properly. So Allentown, PA, we're gonna go shoot straight far up north. 1,181 loads. Ooh, solid. Let's check out What you got? Ooh, 1,400 loads. Now let's check this just out of curiosity. I know I shouldn't do this. Went too pretty fast. I'm gonna look for some 300 or 400 mile loads and see what they're paying, like 253 for 450. No, let's see what that's been going for. 500, not worth it. Here's another one, 400. That load's been going for 662. Tracy, California for $1. Who wants to move this load to Tracy, California? $1. $1 going once, $1 going twice. Okay, let's see here. Where's some good loads? Show me some good loads. Let's see, Rochester, New York. That load's been going $600. No, that ain't no money. Let's see, West Virginia, 870. Over to Ohio, 808. And I'm looking right here if you're wondering. 808. All right. So let's change that load. Let's put 200 miles. Let's get all that little area right there. 200 miles of Providence. And get all the Northeast and just see what it comes up with. I've done something wrong. 700 loads. How'd it go backwards? I don't know. Let's see. Let's back this back up. 200 mile radius, 714. 120 mile radius. Come on. 1386. Well, I guess 201 exact. So anyway, I guess 200 mile radius there was that one number. So yeah, I was starting to question things. I didn't know if I was doing stuff right or not. Let's go over to Pittsburgh. No, don't click. It reset on me. Come on. Pittsburgh, 314 exact loads. So, seems to be enough freight to get you rolling. Let's go up to Detroit. $678 loads in Detroit. That's pretty promising. Pretty solid. Let's drop down to Columbus. If you remember last week, Columbus was super solid. Still is. 1,027 loads in Columbus, 120 mile radius. Still super solid. Let's shoot over to Indianapolis. That embarrasses me. I'm gonna start over. What you got, Indy? Reveal yourself. 978 loads. Nice and solid. Let's shoot over to let's go into Houston. Had a guy last week said as soon as I went into Houston, I know I didn't cover Houston, but let's dig a little deeper. A guy said last week, as soon as I got to Houston, I jumped right out. So let's just see what's going on in Houston. Let's check out the offers, and then we wrap this up on my verdict for the week. So right now, Houston to Montana, 3,300. That load's been going for about 4,200. So Chop Tank, y'all slacking Chop Tank. Chop Tank right here has got it. Chop Tank's usually right there on the average. So they're going to have to step their game up. Let's see. Landstar's got one going to Reno for 33. So they're a little above average rate. Let's see. Here's one for Rhode Island. They're a little above market rate average. It's looking pretty solid. I wonder if there's got any 300-400 mile loads. Let's scroll down here. And while I'm looking at these trips. I'm looking at the mileage right here. I'm looking for 300 or 400 miles. Let's see, this one, 452, Mississippi for 750. That's been going for 927 over here. Let's look at this one going to Oklahoma for 797. They're about $100 off. 335, Dublin, Texas, 600. That load's been going for 650. So, got a lot of short runs around the Houston area today and tomorrow. So So there you go. Let's see, Orlando, what's that going for? That's just a partial, but we're still going to get a load. Load's been going for about $19.28 or $2 a mile. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish this off, and I'm gonna go to the big dog of freight, Chicago, Illinois. See what they're coming up with. 1,691 loads in the Chicago area. Now, as always, Chicago never seems to disappoint, except that one time a few months back, or about a few weeks back. But I guess they're stepping it back up. Sacramento, $3,900. That's a Zingistics, maybe. $3,900 for Sacramento. That load's been going for $3,241. Jimmy Reed, there you go, brother. There's your $4,000 right there. That's 3 days running. 3 days running, and about $1,200 to $1,300 in fuel, depending on how fast you go. You could milk it if you got real good fuel mileage. You could milk it and spend about $800 in fuel. Chicago's got some good freight. Let's see. I wasn't even paying no attention. Let's see what anything going down to Florida. Here we go. Fort Pierce, Miami town. $2,600 to go Florida, to go 1,143 miles. So that, what is that? $232 a mile? Nah, they need to get that up there. Anyways, guys, I got a strong feeling that the freight rates and markets is coming back. Everybody's been panicking. I've held pretty optimistic through the whole thing, and I just got to thinking, you know, it's a slow time of the year, and the government was shut down with the ports and stuff. So I know they had to throw a lot of things off. But normally about middle March, everything starts picking up. Here we are in middle February, and it seems to be picking up. So we're ahead of schedule. I've got good hopes. I'm optimistic for this year. I don't care what everybody else is saying. I'm optimistic. I think it's going to do good. I think the rates and the freight is back. But anyways, guys, if it was me, this is what my plan is for this week. If you're still hanging on, I would try to place my truck in the Midwest. Keep it in the Midwest to the Northeast. If you don't like the Northeast, keep it in the Midwest. Run through Thursday, Friday, and pick you a load up, and go south with it. Go down to Orlando with it. Rack you up about $2,000 or $3,000 on that weekend run. So with that, what I just told you, theoretically, if you start out today and if you could average $1,000 a day and end up on Friday, so that's Monday to Tuesday, that's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 by Friday, and pick up a load for $2,500 or $3,000 to go down to Miami or Orlando, and say it's $3,000. There's your $7,000 in revenue in 1 week. I'd run the Midwest and get a Florida load, or get some load to take you over the weekend. $2,000 or $3,000 in revenue. There's your high rate week. So anyways, guys, that's me. That's what I'm gonna do. Midwest, here we go. See you, bye.